Hi, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. Today we're going to talk about your 2023 forecast, and you're going to pick either the Magician, the Emperor, or the Empress, because I feel like these three major arcana cards are the beginning of a new start, the beginning of the journey. Even though we left out the Zero, which is the Fool card, I feel like we all are already on a spiritual journey. So I invite you to decide which one of these cards is really embodying how you want to end 2022 and go into 2023. Also remember, 2023 has a lot of retrograde energy as we start the year. So this is going to be really important. Make sure if you are really connecting with trying to start something, launch something, the very beginning of the year may not be the best time, but take a look at that Magician pile in that reading. If you are someone who is like a boss and really wanting to go after their career, wanting to make change, remember Mars is in retrograde, but take a look at the Emperor, because that reading could help you with anything dealing with your work, career. And if you resonate with the Empress, number 3, maybe you are trying to start something anew, but birth something into creation. So this could be starting a family, but it also could be just you connecting with nature, connecting with your health. So take a look at the Empress card. Okay, you all, take a look at which reading resonates with you. The timestamps are below, and I'll see you there. Hi, Pile 1, or the Magician card. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading and discuss how 2023 is looking for you all. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we definitely are starting off 2023 with some interesting energy because we have Mars and Mercury both retrograde. So this kind of makes for some energy that might not be initiating energy like you would expect for a new year, but we do have some really good, not only energy around what it is that you can reassess, renew, reinvigorate what you've done in the past, like that Magician card. So let's take a look, Pile 1, and let's see how we can not only get invigorated for the new year, but figure out how is it that we use those Magician energies to really, I keep getting this reoccurring theme of you have all the tools you need. And I think several of us are always thinking we need to go find a better career, we need to have more money, we need to have a better house, we need to have a better family, or be, involved in something that is whatever it is that you think you're lacking. I really feel like this Magician card is really telling you, you know what, you got everything you need. Stop stressing. All right, you all, we are going to do a, look at that. So you all have the Hangman actually as your main card here. And what I think is interesting, I'm gonna make sure we're all in view here. What I think is interesting, Pile 1, is that the Hangman is definitely that energy of where is it that maybe you've been stuck, and see it's in reverse. So the Hangman is enlightened. You are going to come into this new 2023 with this idea of where is it that I've been stuck before? I'm reassessing, reimagining how I do things. And now I feel like this Hangman, similar to the Magician, you have everything you need, and now you're realizing, hey, let me figure out what I can do to maybe do things in a different way. So I really love that. Okay, so let's get right into it. So your main energy is this 7 of Swords in reverse. So this is you feeling like where is it that maybe you have had something taken away from you unjustly, or maybe you haven't been able to think clearly with that 7 of Swords. But what is above you is the King of Pentacles. So you're really feeling better about your finances, and you're trying to use your head, if you will, and determine what tools do I need in order to really bring this King of Pentacles out? If you've been trying to start a business, try to get better with your finances, I feel like that Hangman is going to give you some kind of enlightened way of looking at your work life or your finances, or even getting out of debt. I really feel like you're no longer going to feel like maybe you're being taken advantage of either by the banks or by the system with that Seven of Swords. What is below you is the Wheel of Fortune. So this could mean, since it's in reverse, there could be a twist of fate that occurs in your life that you weren't expecting out of the blue. But I don't take this as a negative. I'm actually taking this as whatever it was that looked like it was a negative before is actually going to be turned into a positive. So here's a good example. Maybe you get a letter in the mail from the bank saying you only have 3 months to pay off a bill. And you're like, okay, where am I going to get the money? I don't really have, enough money. But then out of the blue, you get some type of idea for starting some kind of financial service to your friends, being able to really rethink how you maybe come out into the world of helping others. Magically, with that Wheel of Fortune, it turns around and now you actually have the money to pay for your bill, for example. So I definitely feel like it's something money related with that King of Pentacles on your mind. In the past, you were dealing with the Page of Wands, so you may have had some type of new information come in. Maybe a young person brought it in, or maybe this was just something brand new out of the blue. Like I said, that bank coming to you saying, okay, you need to pay up. But it felt like you weren't as concerned that you weren't going to get the money. It was just a matter of time. So I think that you really have been able to clear up that confusion. But in the future, look at that, you have the World card. So what you're dealing with now is you're coming to this end of 2022 and really coming into 2023 with a sense of you're no longer stressed, you're no longer worried about what it was back here with that Seven of Swords. And that Magician card is telling you you've used all of your pentacles, your swords, your cups, and you're really feeling like the wand energy of everything you needed is right here at the end. So that's really beautiful energy. So here we go here. What you're fearing, Six of Swords in reverse. So what I think here is you're moving away from that negative energy. You're moving away from that Seven of Swords and actually realizing, you know what, there's better for me in the future. 2023 has a lot more positive energy, but also mental strain, I feel like, is going to go away. I feel like with that Hangman and that Magician, you are like, I have everything I need in order to make this situation a lot better than how it was presented to me in 2022. All right, and then your Environment card, you have the Hermit in reverse. So no longer feeling just isolated. I feel like you are coming out of, maybe 2022 was a year for you that felt like you were alone, or you just had a lot of time to think and people around you didn't feel as supportive as you would have liked. But I feel like you're now embracing that. I feel like you're looking back on 2022 and realizing, okay, I've had time to think, I've had time to reassess, and now I'm able to go into 2023 with an enlightened way of looking at my life and where I'm heading. And lastly, this is the overall. We have the Ace of Wands. So beautiful energy, pile one or Magician card. I think that this Ace of Wands is telling you, no longer need to stress about where you're going, because I feel like between the Hangman, the Magician, and this Ace of Wands, there's this sense of really feeling like you know what to do now. You really feel like you have a better way of starting off the year. And I feel like this Ace of Wands, you're going to get some messages of something new, something coming into your life that's going to help you through whatever reassessing or reimagining yourself. And you're really going to use these wands, the cups, the swords, you're really going to use them to like level up. That's what I keep hearing with you all. The Hangman is like you've been enlightened, and that Ace of Wands is like you now have what you need, just like we started off this reading with the Magician. And so I think that this is a really beautiful energy. Whenever you come to this reading is when was the right time for you. Take a look at those other piles as well if you resonated with them, and I hope y'all have a great 2023. Bye. Hi, pile 3 or the Emperor. If you chose this card, this is a reading for you, all about how is it that you want to show up in the world, especially with your career, especially with anything that you really have needed a lot of motion. Remember, the Emperor card is one in which you're really trying to focus on those Aries, Martian type theme. So this could be around wanting to start a new business, wanting to find a new job, getting the courage to talk to your boss about a raise, having the courage maybe to speak up to a parent who, you know, you're not agreeing with, or, you know, just getting the courage in order to really start and initiate something new. But do remember, we are in this retrograde energy at the beginning of 2023. We have that Mars and Mercury are both retrograde. So this might not be a time to initiate something, but it could be a great time to reassess, reimagine, also just review, like, how was 2022 for you? Is there anything that you can take away that you're like, you know what, I could do this better in 2023? So just think through that, and also like think through how is it that you can use those Emperor themes of being strong, being able to command a presence. Think of those themes as well, okay? And on the bottom of the deck, look at that, we have the Death card. So you definitely are coming into this energy of what is it that is no longer serving you with that Death card. This is like Scorpio themes. So Scorpio themes of death and rebirth. What is it that you've transformed yourself? So think through that as well as you go through your year. Okay, so you are the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands really is a beautiful energy of you wanting to, you're being congratulated for a job well done. This could be at work. It could be in your career. You could really be getting some major accolades at the end of 2022 going into 2023. That Emperor, this really is Emperor vibes of like, where is it that people are praising you? You're able to like kind of look back and celebrate your success. It is in reverse, so I'm not sure if you're feeling those Six of Wands. Let's dive in a little more. Interesting that you get this Five of Pentacles. So, you know, it's interesting because I believe if you take a look at pile 2 or the, I already forgot which pile 2 was, but pile 2, they also got the Five of Pentacles in reverse above them, meaning like you're too focused on what is it that you are trying to, either you don't have enough money or you're feeling like you're like comparing yourself to others. You're just feeling stranded. And so I think that this is a interesting vibe because you went from the Six of Wands, but maybe it's time to put to death this, meaning like maybe this is something that you no longer need to be thinking about, especially with that Death card. This Five of Pentacles is like, don't feel like you're always like left out, or you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough resources. So really take a look at yourself and what you're believing is maybe not true anymore. Maybe at one time that was your belief, but what is grounding you is the Seven of Pentacles. So there is something that you are birthing into creation, or more thinking about birthing into creation. You may have planted seeds on a side business a while ago. You've been putting out resumes. There's some little sparks of growth that you're going to see in 2023. And this is really great energy for the Emperor, because it's like you have command of yourself, your village, or you are the person who everyone looks up to. So I feel like that Seven of Pentacles is setting you up for success, and you're not even worried about that Five of Pentacles in 2023. And in the past, you have the Knight of Cups. So possibly someone has brought you some type of emotional help. Maybe someone has actually come to your rescue, whether it was a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancerian. But I also feel like there's this energy of someone slowly has come into your life that maybe has really been a beneficial help for you getting to this Six of Wands stage, okay? Now, in the future, you have the Page of Cups. So once again, it might be still the same person, or it might be a younger, youthful energy of emotional support. But I am definitely sensing a Cancerian, a Scorpio, or a Pisces has been helping you on your journey here and will continue to help you in 2023. All right, the King of Swords. So you definitely have this kind of like boss, boss babe, boss, whatever you kind of relate to as like being in charge. This King of Swords is like, let me come in and swiftly make a decision. I'm not gonna be just sitting around kind of contemplating things. That Emperor energy is really coming in. And I feel like the Empress pile, which was pile 2 that escaped me a few minutes ago, they got this Five of Pentacles, and they also got the King of Swords as their overall energy. So definitely take a look at pile 2 or the Empress, because there definitely is this energy of, where is it that you can level up? Where is it that you need to make some decisions, make them swiftly, and move on so that you can keep reaping the rewards of some of these pentacles that you have planted? In your environment position, you have the Six of Cups. So continued energy around the cups. And I feel like someone from your past has been helping you and is going to continue helping you through 2023. This is an emotional, comforting energy. So that's really nice. It may be a nostalgic. Some business partner may come in from the past and is like, hey, I think we can, reignite what we had in the past. Let a colleague or an old business partner come back and say, you know what, we had a really successful business in the past, but let's put a new twist on it. Let's really bring back that celebratory news and information and resources the way we used to do things. I really feel like that Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and Six of Cups are all kind of working together to bring you emotionally back into it in 2023. And then lastly, pile 3, you all have, look at that, another cups. You have the Eight of Cups. So a lot of emotional grounding, moving away from what is no longer working for you. I think that you all starting 2023 with this sense of 2022 is in the past. I'm ready to start anew. And I really feel like you're going to be doing this on your own, as well as with that partner or with that person that helped you kind of get through those rocky times up there with the Five of Pentacles. But there definitely is this sense of you coming into your own. And I think that 2023 is going to be really positive if you can focus on what did work for you and don't focus on what was no longer working. Leave that in the past so that you can have a death and rebirth of a positive way to move forward. Okay, you all, I'll talk to you all later. Hey, pile 2 or the Empress card, welcome. I'm Ronique. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to pull a reading for you all for 2023. Interesting that Strength card is trying to peek out there. We'll see if she comes back in during your reading. But I think it's always a beautiful energy with the Empress, because the Empress really wants you to take a look at what you're trying to birth into creation. What is it that you are ready to start anew? It could be about your health. It could be about starting a new family. Look at that. Fool card. Okay, so you're having definitely some new energy, and I love that because I feel like the new year is naturally like the beginning, right? We start anew. But what is interesting about this year is that we actually have Mercury and Mars both going, or both retrograde actually, as we start off the new year. So it may not be the best time to initiate something, but it's a great time to be reassessing, rethinking, maybe configuring how you thought life was in 2022. What is it that you could have done better? What is it that you would like to, you know, kind of take into account for yourself? Like, okay, how can I make the things that, or take the things that I learned back in 2023 and make them better in this new year? So keep that in mind as we go through your reading. And underneath of the deck, you do have the King of Swords in reverse. So let's start off there. So I do think that you are going to have some really important decisions to make in 2023 with the King of Swords. You may feel like you need to make them swiftly, but you might want to take your time. I'm gathering because it is in reverse, and that King of Swords is saying, where is it that you are trying to put your energy to birth something into creation, like that Empress card? Okay, so keep that in mind as we go through your reading. So for you, look at that. You got the Fool card again. It tried to come out earlier, and now it's come out for real. So you all are ready to start anew, but like I said already, it is in reverse. So there is this sense of, where is it that maybe you're being a little naive? Where is it that maybe you haven't done all your due diligence before you're stepping out off of this rock, right? The Fool's journey is one in which we're starting a new creative process. We're starting, possibly you're looking to get healthier this year, especially with the Empress. That has to do with your health, that Venus energy, really tapping into your Venus side this year, but making sure you do your due diligence before you just jump right in, okay? Now, what is over you is the Five of Pentacles. So you may be feeling like, oh, do I really have, you know, enough money to start like a new health routine, or to join a gym? Like, where is it that I don't feel like I have all the resources I need? And I feel like there is this decision that you're going to have to make, pile two, is it this, is it necessary for you to have that much money, or is it just kind of like a falsehood or an excuse that you're telling yourself? And what is grounding you is the Three of Cups. So this is, to me, is like your tribe or your friends are going to be helping you through all the way. You're not going to have to do this all alone, which is a really nice thing, especially when you're starting something new. It's always nice to have people like, hey, I'll do it with you. We'll join the gym with you. Or, you know, for the first few months, let's just walk around our neighborhood each night for an hour. You know what I mean? So there is this sense of you at first feeling like, okay, you don't have the resources, but your friends are grounding you and helping you realize it's not going to be that hard. Interesting that you all have the Page of Wands in reverse in the past, because actually pile one, the Magician, had the exact same card, but we used a different deck. They also had the Page of Wands. So there is this sense of this new information that maybe came to you, or maybe some new energy, or maybe just some new ways of thinking of, okay, why don't you try something new in the future? And I feel like this Page of Wands is now coming to tell you, like, okay, get started on what it is you've been thinking about, but maybe you didn't have time to really get into, like that health routine. So now you are feeling a lot better in the future. I love to see the Nine of Pentacles. You do have a lot of reversals in your reading, so I'm sensing that's part of the hesitation of that King of Swords here, is you really trying to evaluate, like, what is it that you feel good about with that Nine of Pentacles, but where is it that you're still almost like you're pinching yourself, like you can't believe that you've reached the success that you've reached. And I think many of you are going into 2023 with a new way of looking at yourself. Maybe some of you say, you know what, I still could use, a little more expert help in the gym, or I could use a little more better routines, but I really feel like you're feeling a lot better than you have been in the past. All right, so the Ace of Wands. So there definitely is this sense of you coming into your own with a gift of knowledge, a gift of someone possibly will show up in your life that will bring you some information or an idea that you hadn't thought of before. Like I said, with those Empress vibes, you could be thinking of a new way to reinvent yourself in 2023, but this also could be a sense of you feeling like you want to grow something that you start from scratch. So this could be a new health routine that you do with you and your friends. Maybe you all are like, you know what, we don't need to spend money at the gym. Let's all get together and, we do some videos on YouTube or whatever. There definitely is this sense of you feeling like a gift is going to be given to you. And in your environment, you have the Five of Swords in reverse. So interesting energy with that Five of Swords, because I feel like you keep looking around thinking that someone's going to like come in and swoop everything away. And I feel like you're putting too much energy towards that. So don't be focused on what other people look like, or, keep eyeing other people, when you're walking through the park and, oh, I wish I looked like that, or I wish I looked like that. I really sense that Five of Pentacles and now this Five of Swords has you too much comparing yourself to others. And I feel like once you get into this new year of 2023, that's going to be a major theme that you're going to need to work on. Okay. And look at that, the Lover's card in reverse. So you might be attracting someone new this year in 2023, but you also may be just having a love for yourself. This could be with that Empress energy. It could be you wanting to start something new with another person. This could be a love for also you just looking at yourself in a different way, starting a new friendship. Remember down here, we did have that Three of Cups. So you definitely have a lot of energy piled to around being able to start something new, but being able to feel really comfortable with yourself in the process. And so I think that this 2023 is going to be really positive. It's just going to require you to really think through what is it that you need to cut away from your life and what is it that you need to focus on to start that new chapter. Okay, you all, I'll talk to you all later.